it's difficult to build friends as an entrepreneur. You want to build friends with different individuals, but it doesn't always happen. So whenever you see another entrepreneur individual, it doesn't even matter if you guys are in different industries. One person is in the lawn mowing industry, you're in the book publishing industry. The simple fact that you two are entrepreneurs allows for some sort of bonding. And when these entrepreneurs become friends, it's one of these long lost friendships. It's like, where were you my entire life, buddy? And what routinely happens is that one entrepreneur friend eventually begins to try to sell the other entrepreneur friend. This happens a lot to me. I don't know if it happens to others, but routinely, I'll get this guy that I'll consider a friend trying to sell me on a service. I'll say no the first time in a polite sort of way. And this guy is like, okay, well, in his mind, no means yes. And he's trying to sell me again. And I say, come on, bro. No. I'm trying to not be non-confrontational, but they're trying to amp up their sales tactics. And eventually it comes to a point where I have to lay down the hammer. I say, no, I don't need the service. But here's the thing, my dude. I'll give you some people who do need the service. But this guy's pride got hurt because he set his eye on me for some reason. And when I said no to him, it does something to the friendship. Not that it was really a friendship like that. I don't call too many people my friends. I call very few people my friends and a lot of people acquaintances. But as of late, one thing I've learned is to create a middle ground. It's what I call acquaintanceships. Acquaintanceships is a dynamic between an acquaintance and a friend. For example, I run a podcast with someone else. We're co-hosts with one another. And thus far, we have talked a lot. A lot of these episodes go up to 2 to 5 hours at times, and we have over 40 episodes. So we have talked more than a lot of friends talk. So in this regard, we are friends when we are recording these episodes. But once these episodes are done, we are not saying, hey, bud, I'll talk to you later today. We don't talk at all until the next episode. This is where we're acquaintances. Well, first of all, let me tell you the difference between a friend and an acquaintance. A friend is someone that you go through the ups and the downs with, and acquaintance is someone that you just go through the ups with. An example of an acquaintance is your barber. You don't want to go through the ups and the downs with your barber. You just want the guy to give you a great haircut. Ups, that is all. It is a transactional relationship. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of relationship. And there is nothing wrong with having acquaintances. Whenever someone calls me their acquaintance, I say, yes. That means I don't have to put in much effort. I could just hit you up once in a while. You could just hit me up once in a while. And boom, we have a synergistic relationship. Okay, so that's the difference. A friend is someone you go through the ups and the downs with. And with this podcast host, we're going through the ups and the downs in terms of the conversation. We talk about our good moments, the bad moments, in order to make for an entertaining episode. But once we're done with these episodes, we have hard boundaries. Hey, I don't ask about your personal life. You don't ask about mine. And I will see you in another 2 weeks. Thus far, we haven't had any form of conflicts yet. You always want to put in that phrase yet. I know it sounds a little gloom and doom, but when you're thinking nothing will ever go wrong, that's when a lot of times things go wrong. And this is why whenever a lot of these podcast situations happen, these guys don't make it to 40 episodes. These guys can't even make it to 10 episodes because they're only trying to be friends with one another. One great way to see this is through the No Jumper podcast. So the No Jumper podcast is a podcast that talks about hip hop culture. And the founder, I believe his name is Adam22. As of late, what happened is that a lot of the top talents left No Jumper to do their own thing. And it wasn't a peaceful departure either. There was a lot of animosity involved. And Adam couldn't believe it. He thought, but I did everything for these guys. Why did they just leave me out of the blue like that? And one day, one of the people that he was having the episode with, his name was Sharp. Sharp said, I'll be real with you, Adam. I got your intention. Your intention was to create a work-friendly atmosphere. You wanted everyone to be friends. Heck, you started a group chat with everyone there. But that is why the podcast fell apart. You were trying to be too friendly with everyone. Because think about it. You're over here working with these folks all day, and then once you leave, you're trying to go home. You're trying to enter your personal space. You have these guys blowing up your notifications on GroupMe. It's like, where's the boundary? And when there is no boundary, these guys begin to take advantage of you. They're saying, oh, well, this is just my buddy. Okay, I'm not going to be at work today, buddy. You understand, right? It's just a pattern I've noticed, and I'm pretty sure more people are eventually going to adopt the phrase acquaintanceship. Whenever someone that I'm working with is telling me too much about their personal lives, I quickly try to change the subject. I had this old school narrator that I was one time working with, and he was sending me pictures of his farm. He's like, sorry, Armani, I was one day delayed because I was feeding my cow in my farm. Look. I was like, uh-oh, trouble is in the making. A week goes on by, and this guy begins to send me a picture of him in a family outing in Disney World or something. And I'm thinking, with all due respect, my friend, and I truly mean this, with all due respect, I don't give a fuck about your family. I know you have a great family. They look beautiful. They're healthy. Great for you. Keep it to you. I don't need to know this. And what happens, 2 weeks goes on by. He says, Armani, I'm going to be delayed with the project by just 1 month because little Billy, you know the little Billy that I was showing you? He's sick. And he's acting as though that I have this emotional tie with little Billy just because I've seen a picture of him. It always ends bad. Have these hard boundaries. And with those hard boundaries, this improves the interaction more because we know what we're supposed to do. I've actually talked about this before, but I said the number one reason that a lot of conflicts happen is because people don't know their roles.